Hi everyone, here's my tutorial for Dominican mixed rice, and these are the ingredients you'll want to start off with. I've also included the details of specifics down in the comments, and before starting the cooking process, I like to go ahead and prep by cutting my onions and peppers and mincing my garlic, as well as measuring out my rice and water. This brand of pigeon peas is the only one I've been able to find in the US. We go ahead and drain off the liquid, but we do want to keep that for later. We want to add a generous amount of oil into our rice pot. I do the onion whole so that I can just take it out at the end, but if you're an onion lover, you can dice it up. I do the same with the peppers and just add in some garlic and the cilantro. At this point, we're cooking on medium heat and just trying to get those a little bit cooked before we add in the pigeon peas. I do add a little bit of tomato paste in before adding in the pigeon peas. If you're someone that needs to measure, I would say it's about 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. You give it a little mix around with the veggies. It doesn't need to be in there longer than about 15 seconds, and then we'll go ahead and add in those pigeon peas without the liquid. Now we're adding in our pigeon peas and we're still cooking on medium. We're going to also put in a little bit of oregano. I like powdered, but you can use whichever type of oregano you prefer. Adobo by the brand Goya, which I've linked below, and then 2 capfuls of apple cider vinegar. The recipe I'm making here is for 2 cups of rice, which is good for 3 to 4 servings. Now we're going to continue to cook on heat and let this cook for about 5 minutes. Now that it's been cooking for about 5 minutes, we are going to go ahead and give it a little stir and add in our coconut milk. You want to make sure not to get fat-free so that you have all of the cream in there. It just needs to be regular coconut milk. We're going to stir it around a little bit and let it mix in, maybe boil about 30 seconds, and then we're going to add in the liquid that we had left over from the pigeon peas earlier. Now with all this added together, we're going to wait until it's boiling pretty well before we add in the 2 cups of water. Once we add in the 2 cups of water, we're going to wait about another 5 to 7 minutes until the water is boiling again to add in the rice. Now that the water is boiling again, we're adding in that rice, and the coconut milk mixed with that pigeon pea liquid as well as the water comes out to 4 cups of liquid total, which is perfect for our 2 cups of rice that we're going to make. I like to cook my rice this way of pretty much cooking it without a lid and stirring pretty frequently until most of the liquid is gone. I find that this cooks the rice thoroughly while still having the pieces pretty individual instead of mushed up. So now that it's been about 10 minutes of cooking with the lid off, it looks like most of the moisture is gone, and we're going to put that lid on and let it cook. We're going to start cooking our sausages. In the Dominican, we would typically use salami, but I don't have that here, so I'm using these bratwurst, which are really good. We just slice them into really whatever size slices you'd like, and then we're going to also prep an onion, some sweet small peppers, and mince some garlic. I like to thinly slice the onion for this recipe as we're going to be making these sausages into more of a stew, and I just like it that way, but you can dice as well. We're going to be doing medium with olive oil in an iron skillet. You just pour in those veggies, 1 capful of apple cider vinegar, and we're going to just stir fry those for about 1 to 2 minutes before adding in the sausages. I somehow missed this during the video process, but once I add in my sausage and cook it for about 2 minutes, I do then add in 1 large tablespoon of tomato paste. Then once it's been cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes and it'll look about this texture, we're going to add in about a 1/2 cup of water, turn the heat to high until almost all that liquid is gone and absorbed. It only takes about 5 minutes cooking on high for it to be the correct consistency. Now the sausages are done and they're ready to go with the rice. Now that it's been about 20 minutes, we're coming back over to check on the rice. It's fully cooked, and I'm just going to stir it around a bit and take out those large onions and pepper pieces that we had left in there from earlier. You can also dice them if you prefer. I just like having the flavor but taking them out. Now your rice is also done, and you're ready to serve.